No intersectionality is complete without a good old intifada. Hello everyone, Masha Kleiner here. On Saturday, I went to report from the Vancouver Draw the Line demonstration downtown, and I would like to share what I saw. Draw the Line was declared as a coast-to-coast rally for peace and the planet. Dozens of various organizations endorsed the event, promoted the event, and were represented. Among them were unions, NGOs, recipients of government grants, various Instagram accounts, a political party, and of course, a terrorist organization. First and foremost, this was a Samidun rally. Samidun director Dave Duart was there, and Samidun regulars, activists, and rally marshals were there too. One of the central themes was land back. For at least a generation, the Indigenous people of Canada are being taught that they are victims of a genocide and everyone else is guilty and indebted to them. Unfortunately, this imposed victimhood mentality leads to the Indigenous population's overrepresentation in homelessness, addiction, imprisonment, and the number of children in ministry care. And moreover, an entire generation of non-Indigenous Canadians were raised with an enormous sense of guilt. Guilt leads to misery, misery leads to anger, anger leads to violence. From Turtle Island to Palestine is an instruction for violence. Land back, decolonize, Canada is illegal on one hand. On the other hand, there were banners, no one is illegal, status for all, migrants welcome. So let me break it to you. Settlers built this country, all the roads, electricity, healthcare, internet, everything. And what have the migrants done? They made a big red poster in support of Indigenous rights. Saying stop blaming migrants is like saying cancel arithmetic. There is not enough housing available in Canada because more migrants arrive every single day than there is available houses. More science said it's too hot to work. But if it's too hot to work, then you are not a worker and you've got no workers' power. It's simple logic. And no, landlords don't make you poor. Walking on the streets and screaming housing for all, this is what makes you poor. Who's going to build this housing if it's too hot to work? Housing is not a right, it's a privilege and you have to work for it. It's too hot to work, but it's never too hot to make signs and banners. Many of them were handmade, but some were mass-produced. Some signs said, no pipelines, no fossil fuels, no oil, no factories, hug a tree. Other signs said, Palestine must be free of Jews. And speaking of Jews, they were obviously represented in this mayhem. In every anti-Semitic society, there are Jews who try to blend in with the people who hate them in the hope that they will be spared. They are never spared. They need to learn the lesson. I met Avril Orlov, the Vancouver Standing Together leader. The Samidun rally marshals who were guarding me were yelling to the crowd, "Crazy Zionist here!" And when she saw me, she gladly joined them. Yes, this is Masha. The CBC reported from this rally in Toronto, and of course they misrepresented most of the topics that were there, and they said that this is against Carney and his Bill C2 and other policies. Ironically, I don't like Bill C2, I don't like Carney, I don't like EB either, often for opposite reasons from this crowd, but sometimes for the same reason. So I don't like Carney for recognizing the Palestinian state and rewarding Hamas. They don't like Carney for recognizing the Palestinian state because they wanted Carney to unrecognize Israel instead. And of course, Palestine is the key and center of any protest and event these days, everywhere. No intersectionality is complete without a good old intifada.
Side by side, we're ready to fight. One, we are the people. Two, we won't be silenced. Three, we will return. Soon.
Their return means the destruction of Israel and genocide of Israelis. And of course, all roads lead to Rome, and all aggressive victimhood leads to communism and stems from communism. For 30 years, I naively thought that communism found its place in the dustbin of history. And in the meantime, for 30 years, communism was regrouping and plotting its comeback, and here it is. In the best socialist tradition, unions are a mandatory entity living off of the workers and forcefully imposing its political agenda. Mark Hancock, the national president of the Canadian Union of Public Employees, made a speech and gave interviews. Did he know that he endorsed a rally co-organized by a terrorist organization, Samidun? And if he did he care? For example, Here is a poster with Yves Engler, the candidate for leadership of the federal NDP party, and he openly supports terrorism. The demonstration that started at the Vancouver Public Library finished by a children's playground. Pro-terrorism activists organized various kids' activities, and many parents brought their kids to this pro-terrorism rally. This makes me truly sad. I've gotten used to the idea that I will be fighting this nonsense for the rest of my life. I was hoping that my kids wouldn't have to, but unfortunately they will. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Israel Hai.